point is, as an environmentalist, we are not committed, we are not paid to be disappointed. We should look into what really happened and then put pieces together and get our act together. As for the outcome, I think we definitely got what we wanted in terms of an improvement of the UN organizations. We have what I call here the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals, decided in Rio that within 3 years the world will gather again and decide on Sustainable Development Goals. And that is a decision that means no less than, well, we have now to define what sustainable development actually is.
There's a culture change that we really need. If the question is how can we have sustainable transportation in Egypt, we already have it, we have the opportunity. The buses are there, the metro's there, the tram line is there. But the problem, the challenge is to have enough social marketing to drive people to shift their mode of transportation from the private vehicle to public transportation.
We do not identify that we are the ones who are paying taxes so that we can have these services from our government. And we have to create that link.
The breakthrough was when we started to putting a price on waste. And then people, the ordinary people, had a chance to react to this. And putting a price on waste is a job for government to do, and not for the end consumer.
One of the measures for sustainable development, one of the many measures, is to reduce air pollutions and emissions, etc., from reducing the fuel consumption, from refraining from subsidizing the fuel. We subsidize about half of the fuel cost in Egypt, and these exceed $100 billion. This should rather go to education and health and something like that.
We need rules. We need, even from our parliament or from our rulers, we need laws that governs, but we need also the activities from bottom up.
As an individual, what can I do in my everyday life in order to live a more sustainable life? What can I do in order to create or help create a more sustainable society?
There is no Big Bang theory behind this question. I mean, you're not just start being another person by thinking sustainability. You have to prove it step by step, and you have it's the choice of everyone's personality where to begin. Before that, they simply thought, well, sustainable development, that is something to write a report on and to keep the stakeholders, happy. And now they know that it's not only about stakeholders, it's about shareholders too. Because sustainable development is something that touches the core of the business case.
Which is the concept of the green economy, which is an economic model where you take account for all of the environmental costs and put on a dollar signs and consider nature's wealth actually capital that you can take into consideration even if you're an economist.
The most important step is to put a price on the environment, not in order to sell the environment away, but to make the measures of ordinary people really work to the end of saving the environment.